Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Rev Talk. I'm Reverend Beverly, and this is Reverend Kim. I am very excited because we had a little precursor and talked to different triggers again. And one is triggered Kim. And I thought, of course, she's going overboard. But the more we talked, she is spot on. It's exactly what we're experiencing right now in this chaos, what we need to listen to and yet not get involved in. It's not our problem. Take it away, Kim.
I knew you were going to do that. There's Bev. There's Reverend Bev. Throw me under the bus.
That's my job.
You're good at it. No, it's been one of these things where, again, another trigger. And honestly, I'm real good at knee-jerk reaction triggers. It just makes me grind my teeth. And it's true. All these people that I see that I have held to a certain level, above me, which I recognize is my fault. Going through these old patterns again, because it's like you said, it's a habit.
Correct.
We are not here. We are no longer here to lift everybody else up. That is not our responsibility anymore. It may have been in the past in 3D. We're now moving forward. We're now moving upwards. It is no longer our responsibility to lift anybody up. It's our responsibility to lift ourselves up and be that example for others to see and to get their own footing and to say, well, if she can do it, I can do it. And to do that. And yet I see so many people that I have held in great regard still continuing to fall back on this old paradigm of, let's lift all these people up because, those poor souls. They're not poor souls. They're powerful beings just like we are. Give them that opportunity to be powerful.
Before you continue,
go right ahead.
In essence, what you're saying, we're taking everyone's chance to raise their own vibrations by enabling them.
Right.
Not allowing them to learn from the chaos, accept the chaos, and rise above it to find the peace. And I've been doing a lot of talking lately about Buddhism. Mm-hmm. And seeing various monks and how they say, that's not your problem. That's not your problem, my child. You are your problem. You are your soul that you are here to take care of. By being the example, they'll come with you if they choose.
Right.
And this is what you're saying.
Right. And it's not even a matter of, I think you hit the nail on the head as far as there are people still afraid. They still, even if they're spiritual beings, they're still in fear of, they're not going to come with me. Then, you know what? They may not. They're not supposed to, or they are. That's not your concern. Your concern is for you to be the example, for you to rise up. And like you and I had just said, you diminish somebody when you don't allow them to shine. You don't give them that opportunity. You take that away from them. And like you said, you're enabling them. Let them stumble, let them fall, let them figure it out because they are as powerful as you are.
But it doesn't mean you stop loving them.
Right.
You hold them in your sacred center, yes. But you are just not enabling them to find that path themselves.
Right.
I mean, we all have compassion, But it doesn't mean we have to go to their level to feel it.
You can have the compassion and the love for them by holding the space to let them figure it out, to let them move forward, to let them find their own power, to let them move forward wherever that takes them.
Nothing happens in this chaotic world that is not predetermined. I don't, you can go off in extremes and say, well, we all have free will, but that's not what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about, we all are here to experience these human things. It's to how to master them, not to let them to devastate us or just make us unable to function. We have to learn how to find the love or the light in every situation, because it's there. And if we focus on the light, then we don't have the darkness.
Well, and even if there is darkness, there is something to be learned from that as well, and something to be embraced as well, as long as we're not, there's a bit of detachment that needs to happen instead of getting caught up in all the chaos, and going.
You need to detach and become your spiritual self.
Right.
You can keep going.
Right.
And detach from, that's exactly right.
Detach from the emotion, detach from all of that. And it does not make you less, it makes you more. It does not make you mean-spirited or cold-hearted. It makes you more loving and more compassionate, because you're allowing that person their freedom to figure it out. That's what they're here to do. We're not here to drag each other around, and again, there's that fear, like, oh, they're going to be left behind. Nobody's getting left behind. That's not happening. Concern yourself with your life and you moving forward, and be the example.
I remember years ago, I studied in a fellowship, Lemurian fellowship, and it was the same thing we're learning now, just different levels, and how to protect or perfect your areas, your 7 symbols, so that you are where you're supposed to be. But in essence, when the human wave, because everything was in planes, when the human wave transitions to spiritual, the whole body is going, no matter what level you're on. And it's like I'd rather be at the high level, because I don't want all the chaotic garbage down at the bottom. And that's how they explained it. Whatever level, spiritual, mental, physical, we're on the physical plane, human plane, the animal kingdoms below us, but we're all moving in unison. So we are all staying together. All our previous reincarnations and lives on this human plane, we're all still together, and we will still be together, no matter what level of spirituality we're on. And certain things, you learn, and I don't care what anybody else says, you feel it in your gut. It's the way it is. And yes, I listened to all the other things, but I still feel the peace and comfort from within, from what I believe. Until that changes, I am going to find my divine self as it is.
Right. Well, and that's, you can only be, like, I honor my truth, and it is my truth. It's not anybody else's, so what rings true for me might not ring true for you. It doesn't matter. It doesn't have to. It only has to ring true for me. And like you said, what you believe and what resonates with you is what you're going to go with. And that's exactly what we're supposed to be doing. What rings true, instead of, and I find myself doing that, or in the past I did that, where I'm like seeking, answers, seeking. Okay, well, if you keep seeking, You're not going to find or get anywhere.
As a child, you seek the admiration of your parents and the love, and that's instilled. So we're always trying, but we are seeking for a different avenue now, a different area. And that's what people don't realize is we're changing from 3 to 4 to 5, where we're leaving those old habits and taking new habits in.
Right.
No longer praying to everybody to save everybody. We're going to save ourselves, be the example for them to follow, just like Christ was.
Right. And the other thing that I think I have mentioned before as well, instead of the old way of praying for those poor souls and all the things that, no. Instead, thank you. Thank you so much for bringing this to my attention. Thank you so much for giving them comfort and aid. And thank you so much for those brave souls lifting me up and showing me that life can be better, even in what seems to be the darkest hours. If we just hone in and focus, if we focus on just that tiny little bead of, oh, look what's happened, those horrible things that happen to those people. Take a step back, people. Take a step back, as far back as you need to see a bigger picture, because those souls were so powerful. And they've shown us something so amazing that I'm not going to diminish them by thinking less of them for where they are. They are amazing for agreeing to show us the lessons that need to be shown. And so therefore, I'm going to thank them, and I'm going to thank the divine for letting me be a part of it by watching it, by seeing it, and by reacting in a way that is positive and uplifting.
That's exactly right. Out of the chaos, you will see light. And that's what you have to remember. It doesn't mean you don't have any compassion, you don't feel bad, but you are going to become stronger because you're going to take the good light and rise it up.
Right. Oh, show the card that you pulled from, what is it, the Eastern Oracle?
The Great Eastern Oracle. I decided to go ahead and buy this, and I wasn't going to, and I'm in love with it. I actually like it as much as my one when we got our master. It's let faith lift you up.
Right there it is.
Oops, there you go.
Yes.
It says, accept the darkness to find the light.
Absolutely.
So you accept it, you honor it, and you move on.
Right.
And it goes way, way deeper when you read the book, but it's kind of like the Mother Earth. I forget the name. You said it, the Great Earth, Mother Earth, Great Earth.
The Sacred Earth Oracle. Sacred,
because I enjoyed that because it gave 3 different examples: the earthly, the spiritual, and then the advanced or the intuition part. And this does too. And it does it in different verbiage, but the idea is you're at different levels, all on the same card. And so you don't pick, you honor what comes through at each level to complete the saying in the card. And that is very important. So I would suggest anybody that does read cards to get this, because it's from all the great masters, past, present, and future. And it's phenomenal. It gets you on 3 levels, and talking about 5th level. So I assume the first is 3rd, 4th, and 5th. Because we're not going to go from 3rd to 5th. We have to work our way up. And this is what this is telling me. And I just drew my first card today, and it disavowed, like everybody says, oh, I have faith, I have faith. He says, no, that is not faith. Faith is, and it goes into the description of what faith actually is. And it's breathtaking.
It's beautiful. You read that to me and I just thought it was so beautiful. So yes, you're absolutely right. Oh, darn it. Now I might have to invest in that deck. Darn.
This is one of the most expensive ones. It was over $20.
Great. Thanks.
But it's well worth it.
But it's beautiful. It is beautiful. And that was a message that I too needed to hear about having faith and with the picture, with the darkness also lifting up and the light lifting up. So that was very helpful. So thank you for that. I just needed to hear that. That's for sure. So what do you think, my dear?
I think if anyone listened, they understand what we're trying to say is honor yourself first. The others will be lifted by you being the example. You do not have to come down to their level to honor them. Bring them up to yours.
That's wonderful. So with that, my friends, I guess that's it for this. And of course, it is Memorial Day weekend. So we wish everybody a wonderful weekend and, enjoy, because it's the bell ringing for unofficial summer, which is exciting. So with that, I just wanted to let everybody know again, be kind to yourself, be gentle with yourself, and remember that you are unique in all the universe. There will never be another just like you in all of space and time. You are powerful, you are cherished, and you are loved. And without you, the song of the universe would be incomplete. Until next time.
Just going to put a boop in there. That speaks for as we grow in our previous incarnations, how we're still the same person, but continuing to be unique to the universe as we grow.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Thank you.
Thank you. So we will see you next time.